And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. This is a show where we talk about all things nerdom, comics, movies, TV shows, you name it, we talk about it. Today, I am talking about the season 1 of the hit Amazon show Invincible. I know I'm running behind on this one. I've had a lot on my plate, a lot of things I've been wanting to watch. I've had a lot of people ask me, "Hey, have you seen Invincible yet? What are your thoughts? I need to know what you think. Hey, let's talk about Invincible. I really want to talk about this." And I've been like, I haven't had a chance to see it. I've had a lot of other things that I've been watching. Just got done with Bad Batch season 1. Been doing our reactions to. We had Loki. Now we got What If. Um, all the movies have been coming out, but finally I carved out some time. I sat down, I hammered it out, knocked it out. Invincible season 1. Here's my thoughts, my reactions, what I thought about all of season 1 of Invincible. I'm not doing an episode by episode breakdown on this. Not even necessarily really a breakdown. This is just going to be my thoughts. I'm just going to sit here and talk and just kind of spew out whatever I got on this one. Invincible was written by the great Robert Kirkman. He's also the writer of The Walking Dead. You've got the comic, and then you've got the TV show that's out. You're getting ready to have the last season of that here pretty soon. But this was a comic that he wrote. Invincible was kind of almost like his take on, almost like in the DC universe. That's exactly what I thought of when I was watching this. The comic is not something that I have read, but after watching season 1, I definitely want to go back and pick up those trade paperbacks and check this out, because just right up front, just so you guys know, I absolutely love season 1 of this. I thought this was a great show. I love the characters. I loved the style, the type of what it is. Let's get into it. If you haven't watched it yet, guys, spoilers are coming. So if you want to watch it and you don't want to get spoiled, just go ahead and hit the like. Come back later. Watch this video after you've done it so you can hear my thoughts. Share your thoughts down in the comments, guys. If you want to shoot me an email and just give me all of your thoughts and you just don't want to type in the comments, it's parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. As well as if you have any recommendations or things you'd like me to watch, to review, to talk about, whatever, shoot me an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. So what you've got in this is you're one of your main characters is Omni-Man, which is basically J.K. Simmons is Superman, is what it is. That's who plays Omni-Man. He looks just like J.K. Simmons. Thought he did a phenomenal job in this. The voice work was awesome. It's about him and his son, pretty much. His son is Mark. He gets superpowers. Omni-Man is from another planet. He's a Viltrumite. From Viltrum, and he's fell in love down here on Earth, had a son. Mark was his son, and his superhero name that he decides is Invincible. Every episode kind of starts off with them getting to it and eventually saying the phrase invincible, and then boom, flashes up on the screen. But each time it flashes up on the screen, the word invincible across there's a little bit more blood splatter on it, more and more and more, until you get to the season finale where there's just a bunch. There's only 8 episodes in this. It was a lot of fun. The parallels between this and through to the DC universe as far as characters. Omni-Man is your Superman. There's another superhero team called the Guardians of the Globe, and they're essentially the Justice League. You have your character who's like the Flash, Wonder Woman, Batman, you name it. They're all there when the show starts. Very quickly in time, Omni-Man actually wipes them all out and just kills them all. And that's because you find out later in the show that he's actually didn't come here to be a savior for Earth and be a big champion hero. He's actually coming to take over Earth. And part of that was falling in love and having a child, having a son or a daughter, and taking over Earth with them. But it's awesome because you really get to see in Invincible, you get him from the beginning. You get Mark all the way from the beginning of him adjusting to becoming a superhero, what he wants to be as a superhero, learning who he wants to be as a superhero. separating his personal life from his superhero life, the struggles with that, because he's a high school student going through and doing this. He's in the senior year of his high school year when he gets his powers, and that's where kind of everything just kind of goes crazy for him. You see him learning how to control his powers, learning how to fight, just do everything that he can. Uh, the other team that you have in there, you have the teen team, which is essentially like the Teen Titans, but a lot of them end up taking over and becoming part of the Guardians of the Globe. And you've just got this. There's a lot of things going on. You've got a robot who is heading up the teen team that they eventually have take over the Guardians of the Globe. Uh, and he's not just a robot, but he's got a body that's inside of the robot. It's crazy, right? And the cool thing I like about this show is it's extremely violent. Blood, all that stuff. It's just hardcore fighting when they're sitting there and they're fighting. Unlike in your comic books and things like that, your normal ones, you're not getting guys that are just completely beaten to a bloody pulp. Well, you get that with this, just like you did with The Walking Dead with Robert Kirkman. You've got blood, you've got gore. In this, I mean, you're just seeing the guy's fingers all mangled, their faces all mangled up. It was awesome. It's kind of a refreshing take on the superheroes and things like that. Like in your comic books, you don't necessarily have those big knockdown, drag out, bloody fights unless you're getting some more of the hardcore stuff. But in your most of your Marvel, your DC, which is just going to draw a lot of comparisons to DC comics, just because of the way that they did it. Again, the main character Omni-Man's just kind of like Superman, but it's a fun show. It's great. I definitely liked it. I'm going to check out the comic all the way down to when you get to episode number 8. The whole first half of that episode, I couldn't do anything else. I was glued to the TV watching it. You have that big showdown between Omni-Man and Invincible, father versus son, and he's trying to convince, Mark Invincible that this is the way. We have to take over this planet. They're all going to be fine, but we're going to rule it. We're going to be in charge. We're the only heroes here. We don't need any of these other heroes here because they can't do anything. They aren't us. They can't defend this planet. And even down to where he's talking, Mark's talking to him. He's like, but what about mom? We can't do this. And he's like, you don't realize how long you're going to be alive. I've been alive for thousands of years. Your mom is essentially the equivalent to a pet to me, and that just really kind of sets them off. But it just ends with just Omni-Man just beating the living crap, beating Invincible within an inch of his life, and then just taking off. And I haven't read the comics, so I don't know what's coming. I'm assuming he's leaving and he's going and getting some reinforcements or some other people or whatever to come back to Earth and just completely take it over, because he had a hard time battling his son. He didn't want to battle his son. He wants his son to fight by his side. And so you really see that struggle with him where he's 100% sure this is what he wants to do. And then when it gets down to it and Invincible is just lying there in just a bloody pool, choking on his own blood, he can't finish him off. He just can't finish the job and takes off. So I'm assuming we'll see what's coming. I know we got a season 2. I think it might have even been renewed for a season 3. I'm not positive, but it's on Amazon. It's a fun watch. It's really cool. I just really enjoyed it. It's fun. It's bloody. It's gory. It's a different take on the superheroes. It's not your traditional ho-hum, the good guys always win. Mark Invincible's a good guy, and he gets his butt kicked time after time after time again as he's learning how to be a superhero, but he's getting better. So that's probably what's going to be happening with the show is you're going to have this progression of him becoming a better and better superhero, and then eventually having another face-off between him and his dad, and has he prepared enough to take his dad out this time? Or is dad just going to walk all over him again? Is his dad going to be able to take him out? That's his son. And he was really struggling with that, not wanting to do it. So is it someone else who's going to be coming back because he can't do the job? Not because he can't do it, because he doesn't want to do it. I don't know, but check it out, guys. Season 1, Amazon, 8 episodes long. They're about 40 something minutes. So you could sit down and you can knock this out in a day pretty easy. It took me about a day and a half. But that's just because I had family stuff going on and things like that. But if it was a Saturday, I could have just sat down and plowed through it all pretty easily. Check it out. And guys, make sure you like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Share. Again, if you guys have anything you want me to watch, you can leave it in the comments. You can send me an email, parttime-nerd-podcast@gmail.com. Check me out on Facebook, here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that at Part-Time Nerd, as well as on Twitch. I stream games on there, mostly Fortnite, but there's some other games I'm getting ready to add into there. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Deuces.